Live from West Tennessee, I'm Patrick.
I'm Will.
I'm Nick.
And we are back to the Lodge. We are back, Season 4, Episode 2.
Yeah.
We have been on the road, as we said last week, and a lot of things been going on. Some shenanigans.
All the shenanigans.
And we even found you shenanigans soap.
Look, it doesn't make me smell any better, but it doesn't make me smell any worse.
I thought it smelled pretty good.
I think my smeller's broken. Keep going.
That was the COVID. Anyways, so we've been traveling, and we kind of let the cat out of the bag last week, and, we were down in Louisiana.
Yep.
And it was hot. It was wet.
It was muggy.
It was muggy.
The mosquitoes ate almost as much as we did.
They ate you.
Yeah, I mean, that tastes delicious.
We did have that swamp juice, though. That was pretty nifty.
I wish I'd have known about it.
The first day?
Yeah, way earlier. That would have been great. Came back looking like I had,
But anyways, we're going to get into the whole Louisiana story. There was a lot of stuff that we can play right here. There's some things we just can't. It's just the way it goes. But we want to thank everybody for the love. You've been giving us follows and likes and sharing the living hell out of our videos, and we appreciate it. So you can follow us right here on Facebook by clicking something in the corner to follow us. Hit the share button, the like button, all that good stuff. Go ahead and get it out. Let everybody know.
He said, buy a stamp, send us a letter. Chisel it on some slate rock.
Sign it in blood. I don't care. But anyways, give us a follow on that. Check us out at the link below on Instagram. You can follow us there on Instagram at Back to the Lodge, just like our Facebook page, Back to the Lodge.
Yep.
And,
keep it easy for everybody.
And what's our TikTok?
It is Back to the Lodge.
That's right.
At sign.
You okay over there, Nick?
At Back to the Lodge.
The way he says it, it's like, and we also got a TikTok. It's called Back to the Lodge.
Hey, you pause for dramatic effect.
That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
Yeah.
All 5 of them.
But if you're checking us out, listening along on your favorite podcast platform, whether that be iTunes, Google, Amazon, et cetera, I don't even know them all. I gave up. But we appreciate the love. So let your friends know. This is going to be more of a fun episode. Last week we covered Luke's Wings, an amazing organization in Georgetown. You were right. Yeah. I had to think about it after we got done that night. And, Georgetown, Luke's Wings doing amazing things. If you didn't catch that episode, it's going to be available on YouTube. It should be up by now, so you can go ahead and take a look at that. And the video's on Facebook as well. So check that out. They're doing an amazing organization. The organization's doing amazing things as they're doing the No Soldier Spends Christmas Alone campaign that kicked off a couple weeks ago. You can sponsor a flight for a soldier to be home with their family for the holidays, and you get a nifty ornament.
Yep, you do get an
ornament. You
ornament.
have yours on you?
I don't.
No, dang. Well,
I did, but no, yeah, you do get an ornament. And even if you can't afford to do a whole flight, if a few people, get together, I mean, it doesn't take many people to get together to be able to do a flight.
I think it's only $250.
$350.
$350.
Yeah. But with the holidays, everything ramping up, even if you feel like you can't do the whole amount, I mean, any amount helps. $1, $2, $10, whatever you can do. I mean, it doesn't take that many people to add up. The more people that watch this and share it, if everybody gives $10, you get there pretty quick.
So anyways, the episode tonight, this is the fun we had on this trip. The food.
I had all the fun. I don't have to deal with any of the stress, really.
You had gas.
Yeah, but that's not stressful for me.
It was stressful for us.
Well,
especially you.
Does it rise or does it fall?
It burns.
No, I know that, but
I think it burns us more than it burns you.
I don't know how to gauge that, but whoever does my laundry might beg to differ. Look, I want to go fast. I put racing stripes in everything.
Anyways, Nick, do you have that video? Can we actually put that in right now?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, so go ahead and cut to that video so everybody can see what we're talking about.
Okay.
Here. Down slope. I'm gonna go. I'm afraid to walk in there. Head down for a minute.
Oh my gosh, Nick, you walked in that tent and was like, "Nope."
Look, like, and
You didn't even give it a chance.
you're right. Why? Okay, so I even had a second thought before I even walked in the tent. I mean, clearly you can hear me say, "I'm afraid to walk in here." And then as soon as I did,
gotta
and
face
you
your
were
fears.
holding it. You were holding it.
Oh, I was ready to
on
go.
purpose.
Absolutely.
On purpose.
Absolutely.
And
I'm a
Shots fired.
performer.
But we can't forget about Patrick's laugh. He's like,
That had to been the funniest damn thing I saw all day. I mean, let's be honest. It was a miserable night, so that was just.
I felt fine.
You did after that.
I was
You did.
dry. I was freshly gassed.
That was like 3 pounds of pastelaia air coming out.
Absolutely. I mean, that was like I said the other day. You know, compliments to the chef. You know, if somebody were cooking for me, and they didn't say thank you in the most natural way possible, I think I'd be offended.
right, but we didn't cook it.
Right. But there's a chance that he heard it in the house. And
There's a chance somebody heard it next door.
absolutely. What next?
Actually,
door?
that wasn't your best performance. You've had
No.
better.
No, that
especially
was-
on the drive.
That was controlled chaos. Is what
No,
it is.
and like I always say, like you can tell when you can tell by the sound of it if it's a wheel fart,
Absolutely.
like for real, because they always have this little hum before they ever come out.
Yeah.
Like they're like,
Because it came from my heart.
I don't know about that.
No. That's just wrong. But anyways, so we were down. Here's what happened. We
right.
talked about it a little bit last week. Hurricane Ida hit the Louisiana area, and specifically Hammond really took a hit. So we were down there. Bruce has just absolutely been there for everyone. And I'm not talking just from Hurricane Ida. His whole career, his whole life as a person has always been helping others. He gets it. He is the true class act of an outdoorsman. So, when I see a friend in need, and he's strong, he's tough, he's out there getting it done. He had been in the car accident, busted his knee, had to have knee surgery last week, a knee replacement of all things, and still out there cooking with Jeff from United by Barbecue to feed 40,000 families. It's like, look, there's nothing to talk about. We're coming. When I called him, I said, look, I seen because he did a Facebook Live.
Yep.
And I saw the kitchen and the guest home, and I'm like, Bruce, that's not good, bud, and you can't even move. And he's like, oh, it'll be all right. I said, yeah, we're coming down.
No.
Oh, you don't have to do. No, we're gonna clean that up. And he's like, well, let me put y'all up. No, you just sit down. Well, I gotta at least cook for you. Okay, I'm not gonna fight with you on that one.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
I'm not gonna fight with you.
I had to hear about pastelaia for a year.
Oh, it was so good.
And I
All
had
right,
to
so
catch up.
what were you expecting? So anyways, before we get into that, Bruce said, look, we're going to cook for you guys. And of course, there's only one thing that I'm really excited about, which is his pastelaia. Sure. If you don't know what pastelaia is, it's like jambalaya, but he uses bow tie noodles instead of rice. And he's got his own family recipe he does, and I had it last year or 2 years ago or whenever it was. And that was the first time I had it, and I shared it with you in the story. But what was your expectation of it?
I mean, I assumed what it would be, and I was kind of right, but I didn't expect it to cook that long. Mm-hmm. Like usually when you have bow tie pasta, it still looks like bow tie pasta, and it's just kind of boring. These noodles, they had cooked so long, and they had gotten they weren't mush. Mm-mm. I was worried that but they were just, the consistency was
absorbing
right.
that flavor.
And they
low
were
and
like
slow.
brown. I mean, they looked like they had been cooking all day. And so hungry, it felt like they'd been cooking.
He took that jug of
all
kitchen
day.
bouquet and just
Oh my God.
poured that in there. Nick, you ate about 4 pounds.
I did. It was so good.
I didn't know you could fit that much food in you.
We're not even gonna go there. I already knew what you were thinking about, Will.
We are not. We ought not go there.
We really weren't going there, but see,
Will
we've got
was.
Nick conditioned now. He's already
We were.
hyper vigilant.
It's a good call. That was a good call. I left that one alone.
I wasn't even going there either.
Point for me.
Yeah.
Man, I'm proud of you.
I feel like I am too. I'm struggling still with not saying it. But
Especially now that he brought it up.
well, now here's the thing. I have trouble sometimes, like between brain and mouth.
No.
Sometimes between brain and
That's what makes you so good on the show.
well, I kind of do what I want a little bit. I just don't want certain people that may be watching to, laugh too hard and hurt their tummies.
Since when have you ever cared about that?
I care about things.
My face hurts
Right.
from laughing half
It's
the time.
killing me. Like,
Right before we even started the show, I had to go pee, and you chunked a freaking wrench at me.
First off,
That wasn't hurting your belly.
that was impressive. You were a solid 30 feet away, and I don't have very good aim, and I just underhand just got him right in the ankle-ish
Yeah.
area.
That was a good size wrench too.
Yeah, but
And
he's
rusty.
fine. Well, I mean,
Well, the rust
get
is
his
fine.
tetanus shots are free or something.
Free fitty.
But
So, anyways, we're eating this food, and it was a good night. We got a lot done, lots of cleanup. So we started at the guest house, and that's his outdoor kitchen where he films the cooking. I don't know. I think it's called Cooking with Bruce, but he does the swamp adventure cooking with Blackstone griddles, and man, he's got every Blackstone known to man.
Yeah.
pizza thing.
The pizza oven, the air fryer, the camping air fryer with the
I
griddle,
still want.
which is where he made pancakes
Okay.
on Sunday morning.
No, we're not going to skip that one. Look, these pancakes.
They're not even pancakes.
Those were cakes.
Yes.
Like they were like thumb thick pancakes. And he said, "Oh, I thought you'd eat more than one."
Your thumb.
I'm struggling. Yeah, and they're chubs, but I mean it was a struggle. We were eating the sausage patties and to clarify, and these thumb thick pancakes, and it's just I ate one pancake.
Did we have any pictures of the pancakes?
I personally didn't get any.
If
don't
I'm
think I
busy
did either.
eating, I'm not taking.
Yeah, there was no photos that morning. But we did get video of our buddy Heath
Yes, we did.
after, I want to say that was the first night. We were there a couple
It
nights,
was,
2-3
yeah.
nights. And I don't Heath just goes take a shower, comes back. Because there's an outdoor-ish guest shower, I guess you'd call it. Doesn't really get hot or gets burn your skin off hot. There's no happy medium, but
Especially if we hit the handle out there,
Yeah, we
like
were
when Nick
messing
was in
with
the
Nick.
shower.
we kept pushing the button.
I was wondering because it would get
we never told him.
scalding hot.
No,
We
didn't
never
tell
told
him.
him.
It would get scalding hot and then icy cold.
We had a we had a nozzle outside. We could control
Okay.
the hot water flow and the cold water flow.
Daggone.
Can't stand y'all. We know, but look, we just turn off the
Because
cold
even,
water.
even Bruce was like, he might hear you guys in there. That wall's really thin.
No, all
Nope.
you hear is you just hitting the walls because you're trying.
thought you fell
trying
over.
to get away
Oh my
from the
god!
water.
Y'all should have seen me in the shower. Like,
No.
holy crap!
No.
Nope.
Say
Save that.
That's not this kind of show.
I'm not subscribing to that.
But anyways.
That's not what I was meaning,
So
but-
so Heath comes out
Yes, it is.
in these coveralls and pops down next to Bruce. Nick, you got that clip, right?
Yes.
Run that real quick.
I mean, oh, there he is.
Oh, look at that.
You got a tall heart. So what's the rule? Do you wear drawers under these or no?
So for you,
Oh.
feel sick. That's what I tell women, feel sick.
Do I? No.
I wish I would have had this picture earlier.
You twin. He's got more hair.
He said he had a bunch of them. That's what he relaxes in. He goes, I wonder if Bruce would take this spot. I said, no.
We're the same
Wear what
size.
you wear.
Hell no. Wire.
Height wise.
That's all I own.
That smells good.
That is all I own. I own nothing else.
I don't, because they don't make them my height.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
So like Heath just sat down. Look, he sat down just like that, right next to Bruce, dressed just like him. I was not expecting that.
I didn't know what to expect, but I guess, afterwards when he kept stressing South Jersey.
Oh, we knew then, right there on the spot.
It made sense at that point. He fit in,
Yeah, he.
and not just because he doesn't take up much room.
Like I was gonna laugh when I saw it. I'm like, wow, did this just happen? But then it was like, oh,
Kind of looked like his little brother.
yeah, it kind of worked. It's like, just, well, I don't know if I'd say little.
I would.
Who was taller?
My 4-year-old.
Dang.
Damn, Heath.
Love you, buddy. Both of you.
I'll hit him for you. Don't worry. So, anyways, we get done. That was day one. We focused on the house, the kitchen. We cleaned it up. Everything was everything was sterilized with ozonics, whatever it was called, and some ozone powder stuff and
It was really fancy, but it
some
smelled,
technology stuff.
It took away, any smell or anything.
Yeah, it deodorizes, sterilizes. It was neat. But anyways, we got done with that, and then we had found out that Bruce had finally gotten back possession of his old building. I don't know what you'd call it, but it was a building that had walk-in freezers. That's where they used to tend the turtles and gators and stuff way back in the day. And went through some property things and legal stuff. But anyways, after it was all said and done, he had finally got custody of that property back. But the person that had it had let it go.
It was, 10 years or something?
I want to say 8 or 10. Do you remember, Nick?
Yeah, it was probably about 8, 10, somewhere around there. Yeah,
It was
a long time.
It was
to not be used really for anything.
Too long.
Way more than a day past what it should have been. So
That's a fact.
anyways, you can tell like he was so excited to get this place cleaned up and operational again, but it was just so much.
Yep.
And he was having a hard time walking because his knee was bad. And he, Bruce is a hands-on guy. Like he doesn't want help. He wants to be in the fight with you. So we try to get smart, and we're like, because the building's at a different location.
Right.
So we're like, all right, cool. Let's block his vehicle in.
Everyone.
We took his tractor. Like
Every
everything
one
was
of them.
blocked, and we get up to this building, and I'll be damned. About 20, 30 minutes later, here comes Bruce on a 0-turn mower. He's like, y'all didn't remember that key?
I said, you got me. I stayed down there probably another 20 minutes after y'all left, too, just thinking. And I was like, oh, we got him. We got him. He's distracted. Everything's good.
Son of a gun dropped on a mower.
And his son-in-law told me where he left the key. And I was like, oh, Chris left the key yesterday. He said, yep. And I was like, you got me.
So that was he was in it with us. But anyways, we got up to the building, and this walk-in freezer. I mean, the rest of it had sat, and there was old meat in there and things that had to be cleaned up, sanitized, power washed, bleached, you name it. And then not to mention the hurricane damage. So we still had the hurricane cleanup on top of that. But this walk-in freezer had meat from at least half your age ago. It was a long time. But
They didn't even have freezers half your age ago.
there was a...
Sorry.
I'll get you back.
I'm not sorry.
There was a box of bacon on the shelf. Now, Nick hadn't been up there yet. We're getting a little tour of what's going on. And, of course, Heath goes, well, Nick's the new guy, so I guess Nick just got voluntold he's going to remove the bacon. Of course, we think that's a great idea.
Absolutely.
Naturally.
So we go back up.
Sure.
We go back to Bruce's house. And I'm like, Nick, how do I use this camera? How do I do this? If I do this, and she's like, oh yeah, don't use that app, just use it. So I'm like getting all the intel, so I can run the camera because he has no idea what he's about to get into. So that's why I was manipulating you to do your job, so I could do it. We get up, and Nick is first in the freezer, and we said, hey Nick, go over to that shelf and grab that box.
How many times have you eaten bacon since then?
I think once.
Yeah.
Like the other day.
It
took
Took you a while.
It took me a while.
How bad was that box? I mean, I could smell it on the outside of the freezer.
Look, it's one of those things where it was too bad. Like I blacked out.
Well, that's all too
Like
familiar.
it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
I think in the video I described it as an open coyote gut. You ever smelled one?
Yeah.
Can't say I have.
Don't do it.
Yeah, but
I don't gut
I would
coyotes.
prefer that.
Hmm?
I prefer that
I
coyote.
think I would have too.
Yeah. Because that coyote's probably not old.
That was like
stuff.
10 years in necrotic
That stuff
tissue.
lived there at that point. Like, it was impressive, actually, that
So
it still
we thought that
did
was
some stuff.
bad. At least I thought it was bad. Nick was dry heaving. At one point, you ran out.
I did.
And was like puking.
I did.
And then shortly after that, like we knew there was a box in there. Now remember, Bruce hadn't had this building in his possession for a decade at least,
Right.
or somewhere
He
around
hadn't even
there.
been back in it since the
No, that was the
hurricane or
first time he
anything.
got
I mean, that was-
rights from the court to go back into it. And it wasn't that he did anything wrong. It was just a dispute of ownership. But anyways, he got the access. So we go in when there's this big box. What I thought was a chest freezer. I really thought it was a chest freezer.
It might have been at one time.
No, I don't even think it was because this thing. So anyways, I said, what's in the box? I don't know. So Nick was trying to take boxes of meat off this freezer or box or whatever this. It's not a cooler because if it was an Icy Tech, they'd still be fresh.
That's right.
But anyways,
Good plug.
Nick grabs these boxes off the top of it. And as he's grabbing them, and you're going to see this in the video tonight, as he grabs the box, the bottom just, I don't want to say falls out, it just pukes out.
Will was struggling too.
Oh, yeah.
He was more so than I thought.
But then there was that part where Nick goes to go back in, like he's so, like just worked up. He almost pukes, and he goes back in, he's like, oh, I can't do this. And he walks in, and his glove squeaks, and he thinks it's a mouse. He's like, oh no. And then he does it again. He's like, it's my glove.
The mice weren't even wanting to go in there. But
You know, my favorite part about all this is y'all's impression of my voice. It's my glove.
We'll let the audience decide.
pretty accurate. You were close there, but
So he gets in there, and now mind you, I'm an idiot. I got the camera.
yeah.
So Nick, what's in the box? Now I don't know what's in this box yet, so I'm kind of curious because like it can't be good. So Nick cracks the box open, and he goes, oh, and he kind of leans back, and I'm like, ooh, I want to get the shot. So I stick my head down in there with the camera. Oof. I'll let y'all see in the video what it is. We don't want to give the spoiler away on that one.
My favorite part of it was when I came back. I was hungry before I walked up there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was
How could you be hungry after all those pancakes?
Well, I'm fat, so there's that. But I was, and what kept bothering, I just mentioned every now and then to Nick and Will. I was like, man, it's like I'm hungry. Will was like, I'm gonna paraphrase. Please stop saying that. But it bothered him every time I was talking about eating. He'd get to gagging, and he didn't like it too much. And they were not thinking about food at all. And I was hungry, so I kept talking about food as we were pulling stuff out, and it was.
Well, and you have to paraphrase for Will. Like in the video where Nick walked in the tent, we had to. He has very colorful language, so we had to censor it a little bit.
He's a verbal creative.
He does communicate well, though.
He
Gets his point across real fast.
Absolutely, and in all 4-letter words, which is impressive.
Yeah, they're easy to spell.
It is what it is. But,
It makes editing easier for Nick.
Yeah, that's true.
Keeping them
It
short
should.
and sweet. Go
Hearing-
yourself. That's pretty much how it goes.
Hearing him talk is just like you imagine a robot talking. It's like meep meep meep.
Yeah, I definitely have to have the beep on standby.
What was
Yeah,
that, Beaker from the Muppets? Love him to death, but he's a hell of a hard worker and just
He never
jumped
quit.
into it.
He never quit.
When you see the video at the end of this episode, you're gonna understand like that's a lot. And I mean, he just jumped into it, But
It's the longest I've ever seen him go without a cigarette.
we'll talk about this
Didn't wanna
part too.
touch anything.
Yeah, don't touch your face at all. But so Nick and I were walking after you guys took the vehicles and the tractor, and we're walking to this building, which is a good little ways away.
Sure.
And we're on that gravel road. And Nick's doing his thing. He's filming. Of course, he's filming my backside because that's what
skipping.
Nick does.
And he's skipping.
He probably was skipping. I see that look on your face.
That's true.
The camera don't lie.
Neither do my hips.
They're just big.
Thank you.
Anyways.
I have nothing to say about any of that.
He was just talking about
So
you
we're
talking about his
walking-
backside. And he was like,
I'll keep it going so we don't. This is going to get really bad if we don't interrupt. Because I already know what you two are going to do, and that's just not good. So we're walking down this road, and all these trees are down from the storm, and I look off to my left, and there's these ponds, or they look like the kind of pond you'd see in a bayou, and there'd be critters in there.
absolutely.
But I remember the conversation that there was no gators in that area at the time.
Allegedly.
I think that was a couple of years ago. I don't remember, but Nick, I turned around and looked at Nick. I said, hey, stop filming for a second. I said, what is that? And we look over to the left. It was the first pond we came to, I think. And we walk up to it, and it looks like the tip of a gator tail sticking out of the water, but everything else is underneath. Now, usually when you see a gator, the head's up, everything else is down. And I said, man, it looks like a gator tail. Because the tail stays wide, and then it comes to a point, and then there's those little, I call them dinosaur triangles at the end.
No, I think that's the official name.
We'll go with it. Okay. So I said, Nick, is that an alligator tail? Why in the hell I'm asking this boy? Just, I don't know. But anyways, he's like, well, I don't know.
There it is again.
There you go.
I don't know.
I don't know. So I'm like, well, let's keep going. So we think nothing of it, nonchalantly continue on our route, get to the next pond. I'm looking at it and don't see anything. So anyways, we finished cleaning. By the end of this adventure, and we've been cleaning for hours and hours and hours, Bruce says, hey, come over here, y'all. And we walked to the other side of this same body of water. And how did he call? He let out some call.
He said, come on, boy, get over here.
See, he does that well too.
He does. He called them like puppies. I mean,
Yeah.
It was just like we call our chickens, you know, it's just,
And
there were so many.
so he says that, and Nick, go ahead and put the video in of what happened next.
Freaking copperhead bit my thing. Well, I had COVID. I knew I did. I was running a fever. I said, well, let me finish loading the tractor wood up. I'll go stack that, and then I'll go home. So the next morning, I cooked breakfast, and I was washing my hand, and I felt something. I said, oh, see, that snake's tooth broke off. When he bit me, I didn't get the full load, so it broke off in there. Wow. So I went inside, the old lady set up a tripod, and she got some tweezers. She pulled it out on camera. We got it on.
It'd be nice to do that in the wild, man.
Huh?
If you do that in the wild, that'd be great.
I can. I do it. I do sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. Well, usually when I feed up, they all come up. Just watch on Swamp People this year. I took my grandson back here, but he was on this side of the fence. We was feeding him. All right, get up here.
You feed them on that side?
So yeah, that is what happened. All these damn gators come running up like a bunch of
Everywhere.
puppies. These ain't puppies.
No, and they weren't, you know, it's not little gators. I mean, he's got
gators
literally,
that
like,
were 70, 80
oldest
years old.
Gators in captivity. It's an awesome story, but it's his to tell. But he does.
Yeah.
He's got like some of the oldest gators in captivity. And
I don't even
not
think they're in
small.
captivity technically. I don't know.
Well, I mean, after the hurricane, not really. I mean, I don't know exactly.
Hurricane
how
could have
that
put some
works,
in and
but-
take some out. But anyways, the point was, we were leaning over that damn pond, and there was a ton of gators in there.
And they can like jump and stuff. Or
Thank you. I know.
I think. Well, I mean, I just felt like, you know.
I thought it was a contained body of water. Not so sure it is. Not so sure it isn't. I don't even know if it's his body of water.
I mean, I feel like
I mean, I'm sure it's not
my
because
first
it's kind of open
assumption
area.
going to the bayou in Louisiana is that there are going to be gators.
Yes.
So if I see something that looks like a gator tail in a swampy area in Louisiana, it's just me.
Definitely not the
My
smartest thing,
first
though.
thought is going to be gator. I don't know. I don't know how you guys do it.
Oh, I do
but-
too. But here's the thing with gators. Like, we're far enough away, and if you've seen gators attack, they run fast, but they don't
Yeah,
run
absolutely.
far. And I've got legs like a
Sure.
gazelle. So if the tail moves,
Giraffe.
I'm gone.
Giraffe.
Fair. I'm still one step to your 4. I'm gone.
Sure, but they're like 9 steps to your 1. I don't know how the math works. I'm not a
probably
doctor,
more than that.
but they're fast. You ain't outrunning them.
No, but I'm not close enough to where I can whip around.
I don't know that you could run far enough to like be. I just came up with something. We're gonna have a foot race between you and a gator.
No,
You just volunteered.
No, that's not even a
Nick?
thing.
It happened.
I will have no part of this.
Oh my gosh. Oh, lame.
But
I'm calling Heath.
So how are you going to make that happen?
Easy. We're gonna put a gator behind him, and
He's still trying to build a zoo.
Where are you getting a gator?
the gator getting in place. Nick, I don't know.
It's at the local garage sale.
Yeah, I hope so. Look, I'm gonna have one.
We used to have a gator head in here. I don't even know what happened to it.
I don't know if I want to see any for a while.
Did you steal it?
I didn't.
It was on the table.
Y'all sit on the table.
I sit.
No, we
behind
sit
the
behind the table.
Well, you sit
on
behind
the
that table. I sit behind this one. Hey.
If
you find it?
If you smelled better, maybe you could sit over here.
Show the camera.
But yeah, here it is. And I didn't put it over here.
Wonder how it got over there. I bet there's a spider inside.
That's terrible. That's the worst.
Did you? Did you?
Gas station, $40.
Oh, for real?
Maybe $30.
Is it even real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's not alive anymore.
Yeah,
but-
anywhere like the Florida Panhandle, Louisiana, even East Texas, you can go buy them in gas stations.
Oh, wow.
You almost bought one.
Yeah.
And then you're like, no, I want a real one.
We were also on a trip, and I was seeing him. I saw an alligator in a ditch, and you wouldn't stop because you hate me.
No, I wouldn't stop because I didn't want it to tear up my truck.
You have to love on it.
That's illegal.
Tearing up your truck?
Putting it in the truck.
You're the only one that's talked about that.
You said you wanted the gator.
Yeah. But you're the one that talked about putting it in the truck. So who's really to blame?
Why would you want to stop?
I don't know. For reasons.
You are not deflecting this. You were up to shenanigans.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's going to have to race a gator.
This is why he calls me dad.
If he doesn't want to agree to it, we'll just make it happen. Okay, so everybody just wait. It's
All right.
coming.
Are we putting a divider between us to make this OSHA approved?
Between who?
Me and the gator.
No. No.
We
The
said
only-
we're
the
going
only
to
divider
race.
is gonna be
A
air and
race is side
opportunity.
by side.
Okay. Maybe. That's fine.
You didn't say get away from the gator. You said race the gator.
You can stand beside it if you want. I was going to give you a head start.
And then I think you should ride a giraffe.
Oh, my God. Will?
I'm not going there.
Have your head on with a majestic giraffe.
I'm being good again.
I don't even know where you're going with this.
You were talking about my hips a minute ago. We're just saying. Anyway, so let's continue on because we've really gotten off track here.
Wow, you took this in the wrong
Look,
direction.
I'm trying to get you back on track. You are off in left field right now.
I'm done with you. As Nick says, I can't stand you. Sometimes there's an F-bomb in there.
He wants to correct you. He wants to say it now. he's trying not to say it now. He's like, this is my real voice.
Come on, Diet Luke.
Diet Luke. I can't stand you.
Also, we would accept like wish Eric Church. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, because everything's cheap.
Just you.
That's not what he meant by
Wish?
low quality.
Do you shop there often?
No.
Just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's good quality or low quality. But these are low quality.
Yeah.
You try to have like the Eric Church facial hair.
So is this the Roast Nick episode?
We can make it.
Oh
that way.
no, it's not there yet. We
We do
will
need
do
one
that.
this season,
Yeah,
though.
absolutely. We'll have one of each.
We'll wait till Heath and Justin are here.
Oh yeah, Justin, my guy, little baby Viking.
I hate y'all.
The baby Viking.
Little baby Viking.
I don't think he has that hair anymore.
He doesn't.
Oh, sorry, I don't follow him.
Sorry.
Sorry, Justin.
Dang.
Sorry, Justin. Nick's being mean. But we're trying to help.
Could have gave my boy a follow, you know.
We're running out of time.
Yeah. So anyways, check out this video down at Bruce's in the cleanup, the Shenanigans, and Nick discovering what's in the box. Live from West Tennessee, I'm Patrick.
I'm Will.
I'm Nick.
And we are back to the lodge. We'll see you next week.
So, there's a deep freeze in here. And to my understanding, nobody knows what's in it. I'm kind of scared to know what's in it, but I have to know. That smell. Okay. All right. Is it just gonna be me? Nope. Ain't nobody want to. Get this box. Oh God. Oh God. Oh.
I heard a squeak.
Oh.
Sucks being a junior guy, doesn't it?
Oh God. I hurt. Oh. That was my glove. Look at that.
Oh.
Full gator heads.
Oh my God.
Hey everybody, Nick here from Back to the Lodge. Catch us every Monday evening at 7 p.m. Central. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about, so you don't want to miss it. And while you're at it, like, comment, and subscribe on whatever platform you got us on. We greatly appreciate it. And until next time, we'll see you when we head back to the Lodge.
Where I come from, y'all sing along about living in a badass country song.